Let's assess your current accountant's performance. Number one, do they have time for you? Do you call and get blown off? Well, that's no good, and I'm going to set a challenge. Don't do an extension this year. If your year ended at 12/31/2010, then get your taxes done right and on time. Now, don't you be the holdup. You get everything together. Work with your accountant to make sure you're ready to go. But somebody gets their taxes in on time, and it might as well be you. So this will be a good test to see if you're actually going to the front of the line with your accountant or you're getting blown off. All right. Also, your accountant should use a checklist, should document what he or she does to make sure you're Uncle Sam ready. So if it isn't written, it isn't real. Also, as you wrap up the year, your accountant will make some adjustments due to depreciation or buying or selling assets. There will be some adjustments at the end of the year. Don't just enter those JEs into your accounting program, or worse yet, neglect to do that altogether. Instead, make sure that once you enter those year-end journal entries, those adjusting journal entries, go back to your accountant, sit side by side, or look at the financials together over the internet with a GoToMeeting or something. Make sure that your financials foot to your tax return. This is your job as the owner, your financial responsibility to make sure that what your CPA or tax preparer is reporting to Uncle Sam is true. So go line by line down that balance sheet and make sure that it foots to the balance sheet that you're reporting to Uncle Sam. The numbers should match, and if there's any discrepancies, why? Have your CPA or your tax preparer make sure you understand every line. Okay, that's a good challenge, right? And if your CPA passes that test, terrific. Here are a couple other things to look for in a good CPA so you can make a decision as to whether or not yours should go so you can get a better one. Does your CPA work with you and your financial planner in an overall strategic way to make sure that your personal balance sheet, your family balance sheet, any other businesses that you might have, that your entire empire is coordinated? Not just for immediate tax advantage, but for long-term empire and wealth building. Work together. Your CPA should be up for the challenge. And you might have to do a little assessing of their performance. Are they richer than you are? Are they successful? You don't want a CPA who's not as successful as you are. Even if you have to pay a little bit more, you want someone who is playing the game at an appropriate level or a bigger level so that you can learn and grow with your professionals. Okay? So those are some ideas for whether or not they should go. A couple other litmus tests. If your CPA is a martyr or an intimidator, they're gone. Okay, a martyr. Oh, you don't know how hard I work for you, and I never charge you enough either. Blah, blah, blah. You don't need it. Or an intimidator might be someone who looks down their nose at you and says, oh, don't you worry your pretty little head about the numbers. I'll take care of that. You would never be able to understand the sophisticated work that I do. Blah. I hate that. Don't put up with either of those annoying and potentially wealth-damaging behaviors. Okay, so here's the final test. Do you dislike this person? If so, let him go. And here's some ideas for finding a great CPA. Get referrals, of course, from rich, successful, ambitious business people. Maybe in your marketplace in a different industry, or in your industry but someone with whom you don't compete. Those might be some good resources for you. Also, when you interview that CPA, we want a yes ma'am or yes sir response to your requests. This person works for you, and their job is to help you become a better financial steward and work with your overall financial team. Okay? Also, are they tidy? Do they show up 5 minutes early? We want someone who's a little anal retentive, maybe a lot anal retentive. Not so much that they won't, allow you to do anything that is going to have some risk, but is appropriate. You don't need someone who's going to hold you back, in other words, but you do want someone who it would make absolutely crazy if the numbers don't add up. Here's kind of an off-the-wall test. Ask them if they do the New York Times crossword puzzle. Usually people who are great accountants like that kind of pattern or mind challenge, so that's a tip for you too. In any event, if it's time to upgrade, do it. To the old CPA who's not helping you grow your fortune, not helping you become smarter, wiser, richer, and wealthier. all around. Okay, so those are some good tips for you. Questions, comments, contact at barebonesbiz.com, or we love it when you send a little video question and we'll answer it on our next Easy, no problem.